Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Focus versus Chaemiko taking place here on Northern Isle. Here we are on the top right hand side of the map. We see, well, it is going to be Focus spawning as the red orc. And wow, is my microphone a little bit off? It seems like it's a little bit off. Alright, there we go. Yeah. We have Focus spawning as the red orc over here on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, why does this say 120? It's really supposed to say Chaemiko. I am so sorry about that. Let's see. Chemi. Heyo. Human. Alright, at least I think it's that. Or am I completely wrong? Yeah, it is Focus versus Chaemiko. Not quite sure why that banner was not updated. My apologies. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit frazzled. Like, sat down, was about to cast, and then I heard my 9-year-old daughter tell my 6-year-old daughter, watch the stove for me. And I was just like, what? So, like, yeah, my mind definitely not in the game, so to speak. Had to get up, jump around, take care of some other things, and before sitting back down. Greetings from Argentina. I really enjoy watching your videos. Thank you, Cookies for Everyone. Hopefully you do have cookies for everyone on the stream and on YouTube. If you don't, well, maybe you just wish cookies for everyone. That would be, well, that, like, is that similar to, like, I want to buy the world a Coke? Is that what that's like? I don't know. Let's see what's going to go down here. Ultra of Kings Archmage now being trained up. Meanwhile, back off to the north, we are going for a Farseer without a barracks, which means a very fast tech into tier 2. No Voodoo Lounge. And well, we'll see what this quick tech to tier 2 really does. Farseer is going to be going in for quick harassment. There is another Orc Burrow already being placed down, 17/20 supply. Great Hall is, well, already upgrading. It will be tier 2 relatively fast. Meanwhile, Chaemiko, perhaps knowing that Focus has this very early Farseer harassment strategy, decides to get up a scout tower early just in case, well, it needs to do a little bit of arcane tower action. Archmage gonna go ahead and clear up, take down that Null Ward, and there that Ogre Warrior actually walking purposely around all of those units. That was actually, I don't know if that was a deliberate, but if that was a deliberate play by Chaemiko, I gotta watch this replay and study this. By forcing a melee unit to walk around and switch aggro, it actually reduces the amount of damage done. Let's take a look at this. Farseer not going to engage there. Spirit Wolf's going after that Archmage. Let's take a look. Oh, we could be going after the Water Elemental as well, as one Spirit Wolf can try to sneak on inside and fight back here. All right, Militia already joining in on the fight. Meanwhile, back across over here, Archmage now heading back off to the north. I saw Reforged that people can stack potions inside the inventory. That is just a campaign change. I do not believe they would do that in the actual game. That would actually be absolutely crazy. But then again, there is a little 1 here in that Scroll of Town portal, but this is the well, classic 1.31 patch. Unfortunately, I can no longer cast BattleNet games from patch 1.31. So far, I am still able to cast some NetEase games, as NetEase has still yet to transition over to the Reforged version. All right, let's take a look back across off to the north here. Farseer going to still continue to chase. Archmage going to try and back away here. Farseer able to poke apart a little bit of damage as the Footman still dancing around. So far, we see Chaemiko going after a very high number of, well, footmen. 4 footmen. Are we adding more to that number now? No, we are not. And still interesting placement on the farms there. Meanwhile, Spirit Wolf is purposely going to perhaps aggro the Ogre Magi here and, well, try and deny there. That Spirit Wolf down to 14 hit points. Oh, going to get resummoned once more to deny even more experience. Now, what is the story back at home? Back at home, Great Hall getting done at about the 4-minute 10-second mark. And that means we should have very fast tech to tier 2. Oh, was that a deny? Yes, I do believe so. Damage trying to get added back in here. And we're going to see Chaemiko actually just still sitting at level 1. This does hurt. The Water Elementals are already out onto the field. No Brilliance Aura as of yet. Farseer has stolen a good amount of experience as well, which is enough to deny. And now we're going to see the Footmen try to chase back here. 8 supply of Footmen going up against 6 supply of Grunts. And it really comes down to the Water Elementals. Everything okay? Okay. All right, teaching my 9-year-old how to make food for herself. When you start hearing sizzling in the kitchen, you're like, whoa, is everything okay? Farsi are now back down across over here. All right, Farsi are going to dive on. Well, Spirit Wolf going to try to dive on inside onto that Arcane Tower. Experience was denied. We are looking at a Bestiary and also a Spirit Lodge, so we could be going into some early Shamans. I do like this decision for early Shamans for that Purge, as the Archmage is still going to be sitting at level 1 after all of this time. Now, the longer the Archmage stays at level 1, the further behind human players generally are. Alright. I'm gonna up this volume there. Alright. Tauren Chieftain currently out onto the field, absorbing a little bit of damage, takes down one unit. Tauren Chieftain with Endurance Organ to perhaps try and chase back the other way. Now retreating back. Meanwhile, Farsi are going to be able to focus down to Footman. Footman down to 29 hit points, as the Spirit Wolves should be able to do exactly that. Let's take a look. Oh, one more shot, 20 hit points. It's going to end up getting taken down. No experience given. Tauren Chieftain now back off to the north, clearing out the remainder of this Ogre Warrior creep camp. Farsi are looking for where the Archmage is. Archmage actually finally going to be able to get to level 2, and this is at the 2-minute mark of this, or 6-minute mark of this game. Level 2 at 6 minutes for the Archmage as your primary hero. That is significantly behind, as the Mountain King comes in to join in on the fight as well. Alright, level 2 Archmage, level 1 Mountain King going up against a level 1 Farsi or level 1 Tauren Chieftain. But the real story is going to be the overall advantage that Kodo Beast and Shaman are going to be bringing to this upcoming battle. Water Elemental is dropped down, as the Shaman should be able to purge that down without much of an issue. Artie at 500 hit points going to go ahead and try and engage, try to steal that last bit of experience. There goes a Shaman purge, as we are looking at the Tauren Chieftain and the Farseer. Excuse me, the Tauren Chieftain actually higher up on experience now, as the units may be forced to try and back away. Pure up of Vitality now given. Mountain King doesn't want to stick around too close, as we do see plenty of healing salves to go around. Alright, let's take a look back there. There's a Stormbolt there. Double Priest already out. Chaemiko speed building the dual Arcane Sanctums in order to get that early healing out onto the battlefield. That does end up costing a little bit more as well, as you're looking at that Archmage now trying to back up. There's a Purge. Tauren Chieftain speed scroll. Oh, gets Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain now trying to chase back again. Is it going to be able to get there in time? There is a Purge. Are we going to see the Stomp? There you go. But the Archmage uses the Scroll of Town Portal just in time. Alright, down one Footman, down one Scroll of Town Portal, a 500 gold swing right there. But the important parts, well, experience was not given for the level 2 Archmage. You don't have to resurrect the level 2 Archmage, but you do give your opponent a little bit of time to get back into the swing of things here, as the Farseer now gets the level 2 as well. These Shaman are just going to get more and more powerful, and as long as, well, the Archmage is staying at level 2, the Purge effect is going to be that much more effective on level 1 Archmages, or sorry, level 1 Water Elementals. The Water Elementals have less hit points, but they still give the same, well, no, they don't give the same amount of experience. I should take that all back. Footman now making its rounds over. We do have the fortified armor already. Grunt is going to easily get taken down. There it goes. Vampiric Aura being picked up by the Tauren Chieftain Kodo Beast as well. Dual Kodos, most likely to try and eat these delicious Spellbreakers. Meanwhile, Spellbreakers are stealing that precious Inner Fire, or should be stealing Inner Fire. However, the Archmage is not nearby, not giving extra mana. That is the problem right there. The Priest is the only one that has that Inner Fire bonus, as we're going to see another unit getting taken out. Tauren Chieftain will get to level 3 off of this creep camp. You can take a look, only a couple of level 4 and level 2 creeps left. Farseer should be just shy of level 3, as the Kodo Beast will want to finish off these units as opposed to trying to eat them. Back across here, we are looking at no expansion for the human player at all. Dragonhawk Riders are in the air. That piercing damage going to be relatively key at dealing damage to the Kodo Beast, but the Kodo Beast also deals significant damage to, well, those Dragonhawk Riders as well. A third Kodo Beast joining in on the fight, and if it does turn into a game of hungry Kodos, well, Spellbreakers are delicious targets And, well, once those Spellbreakers are gone, the remaining ground units are going to be very vulnerable to any of the stomp effects. All right, let's take a look. A Magnetar Reaver purposely being left behind here. Shaman going to go ahead and try and engage. There is that Frost Armor. However, unit going to get taken out still fairly fast. We see more units being left behind here. Going to try and engage. There is a stun onto that Farseer here as the main army now joins in on the fight. All right, fortified armor. Oh, that Watchtower should just get canceled. Not canceled in time. Watchtower taking a lot of damage. As you can see, the piercing damage and the Spellbreakers dealing normal damage there. No repair on that Watchtower. And that does come as a bit of a shock, as Militia are going to be turning back into their normal peasant-y self here in just a second. Where do all of their equipment go? I do not know. Let's not think about it too much. Tauren Chieftain throws down a stomp. Kodo Beast trying to go after those air units right now. Thunderclap going back the other way. Scroll of Healing as the Kodo Beast. Are they going to try to eat anything? No. Where are all the Spellbreakers? Spellbreakers are actually in the back, and surprisingly, what is happening is the peasants are acting as a front line, protecting the Spellbreakers. The Kodo Beast cannot get to that back line to start eating those Spellbreakers here. Spellbreakers, however, now finding a way to go after some of those Shaman and some of those other remaining units. Chain Lightning going around Kodo Beast. Well, just still getting caught in traffic from all of those peasants. All right, one Kodo is digesting. Another Kodo wants to eat something. Not able to eat anything as of yet, as more Kodos are coming in from the back. Hungry Kodos trying to get away. Mountain King getting purged. Grunt going to get taken down. There is another Thunderclap there, taking down a Grunt. All right, a handful of low hit point units. Tauren Chieftain finally finishing off that Spellbreaker there. Farseer still there. More peasants joining in on the fight. And who would have thought peasants would just cause so many issues for the Kodo Beast to just get into the proper position. Archmage sitting at level 2, almost at level 3. Mountain King, Tauren Chieftain currently going back and forth, back at it, as this Kodo Beast tries to get away, down to 67 hit points. It could get taken down as the Kodo Beast, there it goes. Straight now next to all of those units once again. Meanwhile, this Kodo Beast does have a Spellbreaker, and it looks like it will get taken out as well. Chaemiko doing a good job, and I guess this is in one of those situations where going wide is effective. Normally, when you go Spellbreakers are a 3 supply unit, which is a very, very strong target for Kodo Beast. On top of that, however, you also have less units out onto the field. By having these peasants out onto the field, you saw those Kodo Beasts were unable to get to their proper positioning early on. Now, following this up, though, we do see Wind Riders joining in on the fight. There is a purge, and the problem with all of these peasants this far away from home is that the walk back and the walk to regroup is quite long, since they do have slow movement speed. Why build Hawk Rider instead of Rifleman? Well, that's... I don't know. Maybe if you're expecting to see Wind Riders, as we are currently seeing right now, that could be the reason. Also, Riflemen are very tasty for Kodo Beasts as well. But then again, the Riflemen will be shooting the broadside of that Kodo for a very long time indeed. Yes, Arya? Yes, this is a traditional match, even back in WarCraft 1 days, human versus orc. Tauren Chieftain now on the move. Dragonhawk Riders 2-0 upgrades. That may also be another reason to try and go for a Dragonhawk Riders over Riflemen. They share the same upgrades as the Spellbreakers, so perhaps he believes 2-0 Dragonhawk Riders are better than 0-0 Riflemen, especially if you can also get Animal War training at some point and stage in the game. Dragonhawk Riders also have a little bit more hit points, even though they are vulnerable to that piercing damage as well. Web Spinner about to get taken down. There it goes. Meanwhile, we're looking at, well, Focus going after a relatively difficult red creep camp in the corner. Wind Rider is going to finish things off here. There is another stun onto the Farseer. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 4. That Vampiric Aura is very helpful. One thing to note as well is, well, I guess it's not that important. Farseer now back away here, and Brilliance Aura now picked up by the Farseer. Oh, Tauren Chieftain is going to have mana for days now. We are looking at 2-0 upgrades. We still don't see a tech to tier 3. Blacksmith, nothing else is getting upgraded right now. 59 compared to 68. Focus having that advantage. Dragonhawk Riders, are they going to try and Cloud here? Nope, no Cloud. That is actually a big surprise, since you really want Cloud here to try and finish off all of these buildings and prevent any attack backs. Scroll of Town Portal quickly coming across. Units trying to, well, push back here. We may get a couple of ensnares, and there's all of the peasants in that front line again, causing problems. Kodo Beast unable to get there. Multiple Tauren Chieftains out onto the field as well, as we are looking at just, well, maximum damage. There's an ensnare to finish off one of those units as the Tauren Chieftain trying to get into position. Are we going to get a stomp? That is the next question. There is the stomp now, as the Spellbreakers realize who the real Tauren Chieftain is. Real Tauren Chieftain standing up while fighting back here. Mountain King puts down the Thunderclap as well, slowing down a lot of targets. There's another foot stomp as well. Tauren Chieftain may lose too much mana. There is another Thunderclap. Clap stomp. It pretty much might be a dance battle, as we're looking at both sides just trying to fight their way through. There is another ensnare on, or shackle onto that Wind Rider, as the Tauren Chieftain throws down another stomp. Finally out of mana. Chain Lightning perhaps trying to go after some of those remaining priests and that back line. Kodo Beast could end up getting focused down as well, as the Kodo Beast do deal big damage up against those Dragonhawk Riders. There goes one, but a Spellbreaker was released. Tauren Chieftain, did it pick up another item from an unsuspecting unit? I'm not 100% sure. Brilliant Sword now coming back across. Tauren Chieftain now trying to fight their way through. Tauren Chieftain at 25 mana doesn't have all that much, and there's the ensnare, and Chaemiko wins the game, leaving Focus victorious. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I would have thought Chaemiko would have tried to stick around a little bit more. He did a great job using those peasants to cause a bit of traffic, but in the end, that final battle was, I guess, had just reached the tipping point as Focus pulls away with the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.